Hi, my name is Jonathan Williams. I am currently a virtual reality developer, but I didn't always do this for work. I started out working in international business and business management. I moved out to Los Angeles just because I wanted to break up the monotony and try something different. So I ended up trying out some different films, some different just creative endeavors, and I ultimately landed in virtual reality. I went and found an internship, and I was able to really build a career for myself. Currently, I'm working as a game developer. I'm using Sony mocopi as well as the Quest 3 headset in order to create a game called Fatherhood Legacy. Some of the tools I've been using in my development have been Meshy. I've been working with mocopi. I've been working with 11 Labs. I use a lot of Unity and Unreal, and they all work very seamlessly. We're able to create characters in Meshy, hook them up with a mocopi, and we can have them working in our projects in like no time at all. Today, I'm going to show you all how I use the Sony mocopi SDK to build for VR using Unity 3D. So to start off, you can go onto the Sony website and you can get the mocopi SDK. You can also grab their mocopi receiver plugin for Unity, and I highly suggest just grabbing both. Now, let's go into the folder and we can find the mocopi SDK we just downloaded, and you're gonna need to unzip the file. Once you've downloaded the mocopi SDK zip file, and successfully unzipped it, you can go into this folder, and inside of the folder, you'll find the SDK as a .unity package. The .unity package will be able to import into Unity 3D, and I'll show you all how I do that right now. Once you've unzipped your file and you've checked it in your folder, we're going to access our SDK inside of Unity. So we're going to click on Assets. We're going to go down to Import Package and Custom Package. And from custom package, we're gonna go and find wherever we put that SDK. So I'm gonna go in here, and here I have the SDK, and you'll hit open. I already have it installed in my project, so we're gonna continue. Once you've integrated the SDK into your project, you're able to connect it to your characters and control them remotely using mocopi. I'm going to show you how I use this character from my game to get animations and previs out our scenes. So once I brought a character in, I'm going to find this mocopi receiver folder inside of my project assets. Inside of there's going to be a resources folder. Inside of the resources folder, there'll be a prefab folder, and in there's going to be the mocopi simple receiver. This is probably the most important part, and I'm going to bring this mocopi simple receiver into my scene. It doesn't really matter where it's at, as long as it's in here and you can see it in your hierarchy. So once I have the mocopi simple receiver inside of the scene, I'm going to select my character. And on my character, I will need to add a mocopi avatar. And that's a script where you can hit add component. And if you type in mocopi, you'll see your avatar come up. You just select this and it will be added. You don't need to do anything else from here. All you need to do is make sure that that character that you want to control has the mocopi avatar script on it. Once my character has the mocopi avatar script on it, I'm going to go back to my mocopi simple receiver, and under avatar settings, I'm going to add one to this list. Once I have this list, I can bring my character, bring them into this mocopi avatar space, and I can change my port to 12351, and that's going to be the mocopi port, so it should be the same for everybody. Once this character is on here, and again, you will not be able to add a character to the mocopi simple receiver if you did not add the mocopi avatar script to that character. So make sure that you have that on all characters you like to control. Once we're in here, I will hit play, and my character should be controlled by the mocopi system. And we have our actor right here, and you'll be able to see some motion. I'm going to show you how I took Sony mocopi and the Quest 3 headset to make my game Fatherhood Legacy more immersive. Let's strap in. Once you feel comfortable connecting your characters with mocopi, you can start to integrate virtual reality. And to integrate virtual reality, you'll want to go and download the Open XR Toolkit, and you can get that from the Unity website. And with that, you'll do the same process you just did with the Unity SDK as far as importing the Unity package. And then you can bring in a complete XR Origin setup into your scene. Once you've brought a complete XR Origin setup into your scene, you'll be able to look at the entire scene in VR, and you'll be able to control your characters with mocopi simultaneously. Once you've completed this integration, you'll be able to use Sony mocopi along with a Quest 3 headset to play Fatherhood Legacy full body. When these characters are full body with headset and mocopi, it's a more immersive experience, and I'm excited to see how users at home take this technology and how they enjoy the game.